Hey guys, welcome to Domestic Alien. I'm your host SMB. Today we're going to take a look at the Ruger LCP2. This little guy. Reasons why we bought it, why we like it, coming from the average Joe. Let's turn this stuff around and let's get to it. What is up, guys? We're today looking at the LCP2 from Ruger. So I got this pistol primarily for carrying around something that was light. It was still concealable. I didn't have to holster up, whether it's a Glock 19, something a little bit bigger. I could put it in my gym shorts, my sweatpants, put it in my pocket if I was going to run real quick to a convenience store, up to the gas station, or even at the market, you know, or you need something real small, real concealable, but you still want to carry. And with the new LCP2 compared to the original LCP, you know, obviously this is a brand new revision of it. Great aesthetics to it. They completely rehauled this new one compared to the old one. Now, being that said, I have not owned the original LCP. I've seen pictures of it. I've seen it at the gun shops and all that good stuff. Picked it up at gun shows. This is a total change from where Ruger originally had the LCP to the new one. So that being said, it's been a great pistol. Let's talk about the cons. So not too much to cry about on this particular pistol. I did have an issue. I had it for about 3, maybe 4 months, and I took it to the range, wanted to try out some of my defensive ammo. You know, did some Hornady, did some you know, 100 grain ball ammo, and I ended up using Sig Sauer V Crown for a 380. It's just an original hollow point. It's about 95 grains. But I had an issue. It wasn't a failure to feed. It wasn't a failure to eject. It was a extractor broke. Not sure why. I had the whole chamber filled up. I had one simultaneously right behind another. I actually had to get a push rod in order to take the slide off and try to clear that stuck round and get the other one out. I wasn't even quite sure. I was actually kind of blown away as to what the heck is going on. So I even flagged down one of the range officers and I said, hey, you know, let me know your opinion. And basically we agreed that the extractor blew out. So totally bummed, packed it up, went home. I called Ruger. Excellent customer service from them folks. I can't complain. Explained the issue to the lady on the phone. She put me in touch online, or excuse me, not online, on the phone with an engineer, and I ran through the gauntlet with him. And he says, no problem, send it in and we'll take a look at it. So probably about 2 days later, I got a prepaid box from Ruger, packed it up per their instructions, how they wanted it, and sent it off. About a week and 2 days later, I got an email saying that the pistol has been repaired and it's on its way back to me. I was like, all right, cool. So I got home, dropped everything off at the counter from work, unboxed it, and the first thing I noticed is that they have put a new slide on it. And I'm not quite sure why they did that. I'm not a gunsmith. I'm not a, you know, person who starts rebuilding things in a firearm. And basically, you know, it was brand new. So again, I'm not sure if this extractor somehow or another is possibly tacked to the frame. I believe it does come out, you know, the extractor, if you were going to clean it and, you know, fully disassemble the pistol. But I'm kind of wondering why they did that. Maybe when this pistol was actually built and sent out to my dealer, maybe they have done some revisions internally to it, so that might be a possibility. If you know why, drop a comment below. Shoot, I don't know. But they gave me a brand new slide. I function checked it, cleaned it again, took it to the range, I think a few days later. I can certainly report that I have not had any issues with it at all, whether it's personal, ammo, protection ammo, hollow points, jacketed hollow points, and even high grain ball ammo like 100 grain. Do I carry it right now? No. I'm still a little wary of carrying it as being, a primary self-protection, just on the side. Like I said, I bought it primarily for me just to get up and go. I didn't want to holster up. I didn't want to, put on my belt. I just wanted something I could throw in the pocket or in the waistband, small, light holster. But I'm not confident yet. It really bummed me out. Never had an issue with pistols before breaking. So this was kind of a shocker to me. So I was like, can it be dependable with my life or my family's life if I'm carrying it just for that short period of time? Is it going to be usable? So I haven't built up that confidence yet to start carrying it on its own, but I think I will. I think, right now, additionally, I put all those rounds through it, 400, 450. I think I put another 250 so far through it since I've had it back. No issues. I'll probably get another month just to get my nerves back up saying, yeah, I'm ready to rock it. But that happens. Something breaks, just like you get electronics or something that's branded from anywhere, and it breaks. You just kind of rub the wrong way a little bit. But again, customer service, Ruger, totally hooked me up. They took care of the issue, whether it was quality issue, somebody missed the mark, or I don't know. But they took care of me, and I'm sure they will to you. So with that said, before we start picking it up and playing with it, let's go ahead and safety check it, okay? Even though I picked it up already, but let's go ahead and get into it before we start messing around with triggers and all that good stuff. So pull back the slide, nothing in the chamber, nothing in the mag well, and we are safe, just to make sure. So, excellent pistol. Let me just go over a few details. So the slides on top of the slide, the sights are actually built into the slide itself. They can't be removed. They're fully molded into there. They are metal, but they have some engraving or kind of subdued look to them. And what that does here is to kind of cut down on the glare from the light. On the orange on the front, it does come blacked out originally, same with the same grooves to cut downs on some light. But with me, I like something real high vis. To kind of set me up for my shot placement, something that's going to catch my eye, let me focus on the front sight. When they're blacked out like that, for me personally, I don't like it. It is hammer fired. It is not striker fired. So obviously the 380, as you get into these smaller pistols, I know they do a striker fired. There's some other manufacturers out there that do striker fired, but mainly when you start talking about Bodyguard, from Smith & Wesson or the original LCP, they're all hammered fired. And what that means basically for all of us average Joes is that basically it's like a revolver. You got a hammer that comes up and basically slaps the bullet. Obviously with new technology, this has been implemented as to being very quick, very easy on the break. And that way you get your rounds off real quick and in a hurry. The trigger. Obviously some reinvention on this pistol compared to the original LCP. I believe it had a flat front-facing trigger. This one has kind of taken the conception like Glock does and like Smith & Wesson, and obviously all the newer pistols that are coming out have one of these extra safety fins or trigger engagement here. You can't pull down the trigger if you're just grabbing it from the side right here. You actually have to interface the fin and bring it all the way down in order to pull the trigger back. So I believe that's one of Ruger's implementation of another safety feature in this pistol. Magazines. It does come with one 6-round magazine. It's got the pinky extension on there. 6 plus 1 in the chamber. That's 7. So you're good to go on that. I did find out through some research and just through networking that Ruger did come out with a 7-round magazine. So I went on the hunt looking for them, and I ended up finding them. I picked up 2. They're not too badly expensive, but they're expensive, you know. They're made out of metal, just like the original 6 rounds, stamped by Ruger. They're branded by Ruger. Never any issues, malfunctions, jams, or anything like that. It's stainless steel with your spring guide rod in, or not guide rod, but your spring, heavy spring in there. Awesome. So what this does, basically looking at it, is that the 6-round magazine will give you that 2-finger pinky extension grip, and you're like, man, how can you shoot like that? Again, for this pistol, it's real for up close and personal. It's not marksman. We're not shooting, you know, 50 yards, 100 yards. This is for up close and personal, down and dirty, basically. So can you shoot like this? Absolutely, I can. It does take some practice. This gun is snappy, as it being a smaller type of pistol. As you get smaller and smaller, the guns are very hard to control. They have a lot of recoil built up behind them, so having a good grip as well as your grip on your pistol is going to help you. Now, that being said, with the 7-round magazine, obviously I can get 3 fingers on this. It helps me with control. It gives me more rounds. I love it. Can't go wrong with it. Also cuts down time at the range, where you're sitting there, every 6 rounds you put into it, you got to put another 6 rounds into it. So obviously this is 7 plus 1, that's 8. It gives you a full purchase, better control. I found that my shot placement on the targets at the range were very good grouping compared to this guy here with the 2-finger. Still was getting groups, but it wasn't as where I want it to be, but that's personal choice. Again, this is real up close and personal type of firearm. So the holster that it comes with in the box, this is a branded Ruger pocket holster. There's a lot of other different brands, sticky holsters, stuff like that, and basically the concept is that you're able to stick this in your front pocket. It does protect the trigger guard, all that good stuff. For me, I particularly don't like it. I'm just not too comfortable on pocket holsters. It does a great job. It covers the trigger guard, all of the controls and all that good stuff. So, I mean, if you're just walking to the mailbox, or like I said, going to the convenience store or up to the gas station real quick, you just want to throw this in your front pocket, this is awesome. Again, there's many other brands out there that do the same thing. Some have a little bit more mesh on them to catch the pocket a little bit better, but the concept is that you put it in your front pocket. As you draw the pistol, this little fin here is supposed to be snagging on the in line of your pocket. So basically, as you're pulling it out, this whole thing stays behind and the pistol goes with you. So great concept. I've tried it a few times, but I'm just not too keen on it. When I started looking around for holsters, because I do in the waistband, I want something lightweight, Kydex, obviously. Started looking around at different holster manufacturers, looked online, Facebook, on the forums. I decided to go with Concealment Express, not because that, they were the best or whatever the case may be. I've actually had a few of them prior for my other firearms. I like their molding. It fits the firearm very well. The other thing too is that when you put it in there, it locks. And obviously other manufacturers of their holsters do the same thing or have the same concept, but adjusting the retention on how I like it, and knowing that it covers the entire trigger guard from the bottom, sits flush all the way over, covers the control. Obviously this has the sweat guard on it. That way you're not pouring any type of sweat or anything on your pistol. I liked it. Especially it gave me comfortability as to knowing that when I holster this in my gym shorts, my pocket, not my pocket, my pants, if I just wanted to carry this alone and nothing else, that being locked in there, it's not going to move around when I'm sitting in my car. It's not coming out until I want it to. You can adjust the tension on it, whether you want it to basically fall out or you want to give it a little bit more retention. I don't squeeze it down to say that I need a wrecker to pull out my own pistol, but it's enough for me to say, hey, if I got to pull it, it's coming out. And I like how it locks in there. It makes me feel very comfortable. and I know it's secure. So trigger. I'm not going to break down the pistol for you. There's many videos out there for this little guy that'll show you how to fill strip it, clean it, and lube and all that good stuff. But we'll check the trigger, especially this is my personal one. So we'll go ahead and do it. All right. So the original brake on it, not a lot of take up on this guy. You got a little pull there, and there you go. So the reset on it, it's got a little bit. It's not as much as the Bodyguard, you know, where it's got that full back and full forward, and you gotta move it all the way, you know. This one doesn't do it. It kind of is right in the middle, but you know when you hit it because you can feel it and it's audible. So here, on the reset. So we got a little slack, a little bit more, and kind of right. And you hear it. Okay, so we're right in the middle, all right? But the take up on it, you got a little bit, not very much, a little bit of slack, but it's immediate. Clean brake. So I've enjoyed it. Like I said, it's a great little pistol. I'm hoping to get a little bit more confident with it and its reliability very soon. And I think I will. I think Ruger took care of the issue. I haven't had an issue pop its ugly head up at me ever since I got it back. And that's the way it should be. When you buy a pistol or you buy anything in this world, you expect the company to, you know, stand true behind their brand. And for all intents and purposes, I think Ruger has fixed the issue. And I look forward to carrying it pretty soon, just to make sure it's reliable. We all have those notions. So other than that, thank you for being with me. Hope to see you again. And if you like this video, subscribe and click that like button. And we'll see you guys next time on Domestic Alien.